Welcome to Chokeholds Chill. I'm Jen, middle-aged grappler, coffee addict, and proud owner of the world's ugliest armbar.
And I'm Mallory, your training partner who's always laughing, even when being absolutely smashed, submission lover, and early bird fundamentals coach.
Here on Chokeholds Chill, we dive into the lives of our favorite sparring partners, the highs and lows of training, and what it really means to chase big dreams on and off the mats.
But it's not just about jiu-jitsu. We're here for the laughs, the lessons, and the moments that remind us why we love this crazy sport and this crazy life.
We're here to talk about the good, the bad, and the hilarious, because let's face it, the mat teaches us more than just arm bars and mount escapes.
It teaches us about ourselves and how to navigate through life while being a part of an incredible community of people.
I mean, that's how we met.
Whether you're a seasoned competitor, a white belt finding your footing, or someone who just loves a good story, this podcast is for you.
It's about the roles we take, the people we meet, and the lessons that stick with us both on and off the mats.
So grab your gi, tie your belt tight, and get ready to roll with us.
This is Chokeholds Chill. Let's get into it.
In this episode of Chokeholds Chill, we sit down with Maria Ruffatto, who is an elite gi and no gi grappler, accomplished competitor, very recognized for her fluid movement, adaptability, and technical precision. She is taking the jiu-jitsu world by storm, securing multiple IBJJF titles, dominating in the ADCCs. She's got a lot coming up, I'm sure, down the pipeline. She's just killing it. So we're going to talk to her about her journey from Brazil to the United States and some of her accomplishments.
Some of Maria's accomplishments include first place ADCC South American Trials in 2024, and then she went back to back and did it again. First place ADCC South American Trials 2 in 2024. She is a gold IBJJF Pan No-Gi in 2023. She is gold IBJJF American Nationals No-Gi in 2023. And she took third place at IBJJF Pan No-Gi in the Absolute in 2023.
And that's on top of a lot of achievements at her colored belt levels as well. It's worth noting that she has been training since her early teens and pretty much just been professional since age 14. And she's now a black belt at age 24. And she's just incredible.
Yes.
So I met Maria. She came and did a camp near us at our gym here. And she was kind of just like a celebrity to me at that point because I'd only just seen her all over social media.
Yes.
And but she's so down to earth and humble and nice. And so it was just really cool you see these like big names in the jiu-jitsu world and like it's intimidating in your head, right? Like these fighters.
Yeah.
Like, you see like
professional fighters.
They're professional fighters. I mean, you watch her videos and like, man, like I love seeing the fire in her eyes. But yeah, how long have you known her? When did you meet her?
I think I may have met her at like a local competition. She was refereeing before. And then of course she came down and did that camp, which was super fun and amazing. And I still correct like specific grips that she fixed on me from I fixed them on other people. So thanks, Maria. Everybody loves it.
Yeah, so it was just really, really cool to talk to Maria. Yeah, it was awesome to talk to her, and I really enjoyed our conversation, and yeah, I hope everybody else enjoys it too.
So without further ado, let us get into it.
Welcome to Chokeholds Chill.
Yay!
We are so excited. We are so excited to have Maria Ruffatto here with us today, a standout black belt who is just making huge waves and a big name in the jiu-jitsu community.
Maria, it's so awesome to have you here. Your journey from Brazil to becoming a black belt in the U.S. is truly inspiring. So how are you doing today?
Oh, thank you, ladies, for having me. I'm doing really good. Really sore from the week, actually, but Sunday is my rest day, so I'm really glad to be resting.
Oh, I bet. So we're just going to get into it. If you want to start at the top, you grew up in Brazil. So we want to know what your early life was like and how you got introduced into jiu-jitsu.
My early life, I'd say that I was a really active kid. I did capoeira, I did soccer, I did ballet, I danced for years. And then at the age of 12, 13, I started lifting weights in this gym and they had jiu-jitsu there, but I could not afford it. So my first coach at the time, he literally gave me an opportunity to start training for free. And that's how I started pretty much.
That's so cool. Did he just
Wow.
like see something in you, like this girl is a badass and she needs to train?
I think so, because I was really into lifting weights. So I was at the gym like every day pretty much. I think he saw something in me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's so young. You don't see many 12, 13-year-olds like lifting weights and
No.
stuff.
Yeah.
So that's incredible.
So, was there like a one moment in your training in jiu-jitsu that you decided that you were going to start taking it super seriously? How long before you decided you wanted to be a professional?
I think since the first day, I think my first coach at the time, he was really like a competitor and he saw that I could be a really good competitor. And then maybe like my first week, I decided, okay, I want to do this for my life. I want to be a competitor.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It just was
She's in.
something that clicked. It just clicked. I don't know how to explain, but just clicked.
Yeah. So when you started training, like were there other like super competitive people your age that you were training with, or were you training with older, like
There
older
was
teenagers and stuff?
actually there was a lot of teenagers at the time, but girls, there was only me until like the year later. My best friends, actually, they twins, they joined it, and yeah, I think there was me, my friends, the twins, and then yeah, pretty much us.
Wow. That's so crazy. I'm just like picturing myself at 12 years old and I'm like, yeah, no, like that's like mind boggling. So that's so cool though. But I mean, training in Brazil, like that's pretty incredible. That's like jujitsu mecca, right?
Yeah, I'd
So
say that too.
yeah, so that's got to be super intense. So how did like those experiences as a, preteen and teenager, like experience, how did that experience shape you?
I think it was pretty thinking. I never thought about that actually though, but I think it was pretty intense, really, really hard. Not much control at the time, but because the gym that I was wasn't that much professional at all, so we were just going hard, hard, hard all the time. And then when I finally switched gyms, I definitely thought, okay, I have to take breaks. I have to chill a little bit.
Yes.
But definitely the intensity is definitely was something that was always there, no matter where I was. I'd say so.
Yeah. So, and how old are you right now?
I'm 24.
You're 24. Yeah. So it makes much more sense. The first time I met you, I was like, there's no way she's in her early 20s because you're just like, seem like so mature and wise beyond your
Yes.
years. So
Yeah.
hearing that you basically started your professional career at age 12. No.
There was actually like around 14, I'd say
Yeah,
so.
no, it's insane though. So I mean that checks out. It makes a lot of sense for like how you are now as a 24-year-old. Like it's pretty crazy.
It's
Oh
wild.
yeah, it's amazing.
It's pretty crazy, I'd say too.
Yeah. So in 2020, that made you what, 17 or 18? Moving to the
2020,
US?
I was 19,
Okay.
I'd say so. Yes.
And then you came to the US on an athletic visa.
Yeah, so the first time that the first time that I visited the US was in 2019. I was around 18, 19 years old. I stayed 5 months in North Carolina with my professor Guto and just training and competing all the time. I won my PANS world title as a purple belt. And then my last month here in the US, I came to Oregon to stay with Gustavo Bessa and the Brazilian top team Oregon. And we did a lot of wrestling, stuff like that. And then 2020, I had to come back to Brazil because the time limit of my visa could only stay for 6 months. And then Gustavo gave me an opportunity to come back here and apply my athlete visa, my P1A visa. And I could not come back because of COVID. So I stayed stuck in Brazil for 9 months, pretty much. And then in the middle of the pandemic, me and Ighor Horta, my brother, my coach as well, we came back together. And that was it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
How was that for your family? And like when you obviously moving countries, that's a huge thing. Like how was that for them?
It was pretty hard for my mom and my sister. My dad passed away 8 years ago, so
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
it's all good. But my mom, she was like devastated.
Yeah, because how many siblings do you have?
I just have one, and she's 31.
Okay, so she's older than you. How was that adjustment for you coming over here and, you know, your family being there and knowing that your mom was struggling with that?
Pretty hard because I was really close with my mom and my sister, obviously, but not having friends in here. Like, I mean, jiu-jitsu friends and stuff, but not having friends that I could hang out with was really hard. Like, not having friends that I could speak my native language was really hard
Right.
too. But yeah, I passed through it.
Yeah. Have they been out here to see you compete at all, or have they been to many of your competitions?
Not in here though, not yet, but maybe next year have plans to bring them over here and see if that's gonna
Awesome.
work out. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So since moving to the U.S. permanently, you've obviously achieved like crazy milestones. So when you first came out here, you said you were a purple belt,
Yes.
and now obviously you are a black belt since December of 22, and
Yes.
you've won some pretty big tournaments since then. So yeah, tell us about some of those accomplishments and like how that felt.
Shit, I don't even know how to explain that though. I think for me, my first black belt title was like Nogi Pans in 2023. I think it was something that really was like big for me. And then of course, like winning both trials and my debut at ADCC was something really big in my career as well.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So competing in IBJJF Worlds and Pans, gold is exhilarating. So you talked a little bit about that experience, but tell us about your first professional gold medal. How, as a black belt, tell how that felt.
As a black belt or like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just something like, okay, now this is real. Now this is matters. That's what I thought. Like, now it matters.
The game has changed.
Do you feel like being so young, like when you got your black belt and when you started seeing like so much success in jiu-jitsu, do you feel like that put like more pressure on you, or like do you feel like you put pressure on yourself because of that at all?
I used to put a lot of pressure on me, but like as you say, I'm really young, and now I'm not in a rush to accomplish anything. I'm just not in a rush. I just want to enjoy and get better because I know I have a lot of years in the adult division as well. So I'm not in a rush, not right now yet.
Yes. So you have a minimum of 6 years left in the adult division.
Yes, it's a long time.
That is a long time. Yeah. Woo, girl. We got a lot of Maria to see.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about like ADCC versus IBJJF. Like, what is your preferred?
That's a good question. Fuck, I don't know. Like I like both. I like jiu-jitsu. I mean, at the end of the day, I like jiu-jitsu. ADCC, especially, it's a little bit, how can I say? I have to rush a little bit in certain positions because it's only 6 minutes. So I have to be constantly active. IBJJF, it's 10 minutes, so I have to stop a little bit. I can breathe a little bit more. I can do things faster. But like ADCC is a little bit of a rush when I fight. I feel like it.
I feel like
So
it always
fast.
looks like more aggressive. So yeah,
It is.
like less time.
Oh, definitely it is.
Do you feel like it's more like you're searching for that submission more?
Yes,
Okay.
especially, and also more takedowns, I'd say so. Yeah.
And you prefer to pull guard, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Have you ever experienced any like injuries that have taken you out for a while at all?
Not just my knees, but it's something that I need surgery for that, but like not nothing that I have, oh my God, I need 6 months out. Anything like that. I just have to take like a couple weeks off and then I'm back at it again.
Yeah, so you must take like pretty good care of yourself. You have to, you know, if
I
you're
have to.
performing at the level you are. What's like your recovery and stuff look like?
No, I definitely have to take care of myself now. I used to do like 3-4 trainings a day every single day, like Monday to Saturday. But now my limit's like 2 trainings a day, like a really good training sessions a day. And that's enough for me. It works really well for me.
Yeah, well, that's definitely evidenced by your performance on the mat.
Yeah, and you also coach too. So
I wanted to ask you a little bit more about coaching too, because I know you started when you were at your purple belt level.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that like your English wasn't super great yet. So how did you manage with that? What were your classes like?
Oh, yeah, it was so bad. I just pretty much was onomatopoeias all the time, like here, boom, there,
Yeah.
choke. So bad. Oh my gosh.
I can only imagine because I'm so bad at remembering the names of certain things. So I just have my own names for them. And I'm like, so I can't even imagine like trying to coach in another language. So that's crazy.
I know.
What is your favorite part about coaching?
I think sharing jiu-jitsu, sharing a little bit of the knowledge for the kids and adults. But I think what I like the most about jiu-jitsu and teaching jiu-jitsu is the hanging out part of it, like hanging out with your friends. Having a contact sport with a friend is really, really nice. I see a lot of friends that start jiu-jitsu together because they want to be together, they want to hang out together and have fun together. And I like that part of it.
Yeah, it's such a community, and it's like interesting too because I feel like any gym that I've ever dropped in on, like the community of people, it's like so many people that would probably never cross paths like
Yeah.
in everyday life. I mean, we have like, you've got cops and criminals and doctors.
That is so fucking random.
But it really just like brings people together and like nothing matters when you're in the gym. So it's kind of weird to think about.
I know.
But do you prefer coaching kids or adults?
Oh man, I like everybody, but like I like the kids. I just have this connection with kids and teens. I love the adults, but like I love the kids too.
Yeah.
Especially.
Do you coach more kids, or what is your like class schedule that you're teaching right now at your gym?
Oh, we teach every day. I teach with my husband, so it's pretty easy. I'd say so. We teach kids and adults together. He usually teaches the no-gi classes, and I teach the gi classes for adults.
Oh,
So it's a
nice.
good balance.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I know like do you prefer teaching gi versus no gi?
Yeah, because I like the gi better, and he likes no-gi. He likes no-gi better, so it's a good balance too.
That's fair. Oh man, yeah. I only teach no-gi because I just teach fundamentals. So I feel like
nice.
I just by like default, I'm training more no-gi, but I like gi better. so it's kind of annoying, but that's fine.
It forces you to get better anyways too.
It does, no, and I feel like I know when I started coaching, like I feel like my game improved so much, or I understood things so much better.
Oh,
So
yeah.
when you started coaching, did you like notice any significant changes or like things clicking for you in different ways?
Oh my God, so many ways. So many fucking ways. I felt that I never learned jiu-jitsu until I started coaching pretty much. So crazy.
Yeah. Is it like
Crazy.
forces you to think about like having to answer other people's questions? You're like, oh, why would I do that? Or
So true.
yeah,
So true.
it's definitely made a huge difference. And so I can only imagine you were so young too when you started coaching. So
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on a little bit. You've been recently married.
congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Did you guys meet on the mat or did you meet elsewhere? Because I know he also has a little bit of a name, at least in Oregon.
Yeah, that's a good question because we met in 2020, 2019 in Nogi Pans in New York.
No way.
It was my second month in the United States, and Gustavo was there. Like everybody from BTT Happy Valley was there, and Charlie was there too. And I remember he had like a knee injury, and he was so mad because he could not compete.
Oh my gosh.
And, yeah, I remember he was in my corner for absolute division. It was him and Chris standing and Gus too. And I remember that I was sitting down, dying, and I look up towards me, and there was this big, tall, handsome guy, really fucking mad. I was like, what the fuck? Why does he look so fucking mad?
What a first impression.
I know, right? I was like, why do you look so fucking mad?
I love it.
That's hilarious.
And I think we start following each other on Instagram after that too, and talking a little bit. And when it came to Oregon, he we started talking a little bit more, and he asked me to go out on a day with him, and you know,
And it was history from there.
Wow.
That is so cool.
What a great story.
I know.
Yeah, so you guys have been together for how long then?
So I came back to Brazil like for the pandemic, but we were talking the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're together. So when I came back in November or October from 2020, I don't remember. The first day we met, he literally asked me to be, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? I was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh my god. This is
So like
so cute.
since 2020, I'd say so.
Oh, wow. And then you got married just last year, right?
Yeah, September.
Oh, that's
Oh my
so
gosh.
exciting. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because you got engaged and then did you have a pretty small wedding, like a small ceremony?
Yeah, we did. We got engaged in Brazil actually last year,
Mm-hmm.
in April or March. I don't fucking remember, but I think it was in March, and then we got married in September. It was a really small ceremony, just a courthouse thing with his family and stuff.
That's
So
so special.
we have plans to go back to Brazil like this year, the next year, and get married there too, and have something with my family there too.
Oh, that's so
That'll be
beautiful.
very exciting.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. So can you tell us a little bit about like the balance of training jiu-jitsu with your husband? Because I feel like sometimes that dynamic can be tough to navigate. And I know that like Jen trains with her husband and then my husband doesn't train. So we have like really different dynamics there.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about how that works for you guys?
That's a good question because I think we had to learn through the years how to train together, how to match the strength. Because Charlie's like a 185 pounds dude, strong as fuck, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But like now I think the beginning we didn't have a balance. We used to get mad with each other all the time, but now I think we have a pretty good balance.
That's such a good point too. It does take time, and it takes time like specifically training with them, because I feel like with my husband I can get mad at him for things that I don't get upset with other people about.
Same. Same.
So I was like, fine if you want to rent on an armbar, but if you're my husband you better not.
That is so true. Oh my god.
It's just comfort. I just feel so much safer for me. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I 100% feel you and agree with you.
Do you ever feel like jiu-jitsu kind of takes over your relationship? Like, do you have to take time where you're like, okay, we're not going to talk about jiu-jitsu tonight? Because I feel like it's such a, obviously a huge part of who you guys both are and your relationship.
I don't think so, actually, because this is our jobs, this is our life, so we're constantly talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it bothers us as much anymore. What it used to do. I don't see that, actually, because we talk about jiu-jitsu all day. It's just our lives.
Same.
Yeah, I think if BJ trained, I would probably talk about it all day, every day too.
Yeah.
So like, I have to reel
I can see
myself in
that.
sometimes.
I can definitely see that.
Do you guys comp train together, or is that like you find somebody that's more your weight class?
We definitely in the same class, but we're not in the same groups. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he has his own group, I have my own group.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good for me.
Yeah, because you can't get mad.
Yes. But he knows how to push me hard, though. Like, he really knows how to push me. I appreciate that about him.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's a really good balance to have.
And this would be a good question for your husband, but I want to get your take on it. I mean, you're like a big name. Like, you're all over the place. People know who you are and everything. And obviously, like, he has a great record too. Like, is a wonderful jiu-jitsu player as well. But like, do you think it's intimidating for him to be like married to such a badass?
That's an amazing question. I never thought about that, but I feel that sometimes he gets a little jealous when somebody comes over and talk to me, or somebody gives me a hug, or I don't think it's intimidating for him. It's just, I don't know, dude. That's a tough question.
Yeah, I think it would be really interesting to hear his take on it, because it's just like I don't know. I just feel like you're just such a big name, especially right now. I mean, you've been freaking killing it.
Thanks.
like all over the place. And
Yes.
I'm just like, I saw you at the last tournament that I did, and I remember you asked me, oh, like how'd it go? And I was like, I just got fucking smashed. And then we laughed together. But I'm just like, don't ask me, Maria.
The shame.
Damn it.
The shame to have to confess you're smashing to Maria.
Right? So does Charlie ever corner you at tournaments, or do you prefer to like have separate support systems or coaching on days?
I honestly love when Charlie's in my corner because he knows we drill the same stuffs every time, so he knows my game. He's familiar with the stuffs that we've been studying together. So I love when Charlie's in my corner. He's so calm. He gives me the right direction, so I love when he's there.
Yeah. Can you tell us about like your comp prep and like what that routine is like?
Honestly, I never thought about that because like I don't think I'm in comp or training for a specific thing because I'm always like training. I'm always in consistent training schedule and balance.
Yeah.
I think the only time that I did a real camp was for ADCC specifically because we were training like for takedowns and turtle stuff like that. But
Sure.
I think I'm always in camp, I'd say. So I'm always training and staying active.
When you are coming up on competitions, because I know in a lot of other sports, people like review tape and stuff. Do you ever watch like fights back of like your competitors or kind of see what their game is like or study up?
Oh yeah, I do definitely. Especially at this level, it's really important for you to know what's going on. It's important to know. It's a strategy matter, and it's a competition. So if you want to win, you got to use everything that you can against the opponent to get to win. So
Yeah.
I watch everything. My tapes, their tapes, coach tapes, and everything.
What do you find is like the most beneficial part? Like, do you find it's more beneficial to watch your own matches back or watching matches of like people that you're going to be fighting against?
Definitely both. Watching my losses, especially my losses and losses against the people that I'm going to compete against, is really important for me too. So I can adjust my game or adjust a pass or adjust a submission that I couldn't finish. But I think it take a balance watching both.
Yeah. Do you watch your stuff back like right away?
I do right away.
Yeah.
I definitely do right away. And then like try to fix it right away too. Because I think when you have the things fresh in your mind, I mean, it just happened. But like having that fresh in your mind, I think it helps you like get better a little bit faster too.
Yeah.
I know that your typical, at least gi jiu-jitsu game is to very much play fundamentals, play from the bottom. You like the guard.
Yeah.
So for ADCC, you had to like completely switch gears and play takedowns. And
Oh yeah.
we'll
yeah,
get into that
unfortunately.
in a little bit, but that's. Let's get into this. So we're going to talk about the 2024 Pan No-Gi with Elizabeth Clay. And that's your open class finals. Tell us about your mindset going into that match and then about your performance and how you felt about that.
My only mindset was like, I'm not gonna let her submit in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't want her. I don't want her like locking me in 10 seconds.
Yes.
And it worked out. But I was pretty confident with my game. I was pretty confident with my strategy. I was trying to be more aggressive because I know she's really calm.
Yeah.
And I was trying to be more aggressive on the top. And if I had to play her game, I would be more conscious and then, play safe with that. And I think it worked out really good. Just have to adjust my game playing a little bit more for the next time. But overall, I felt really good and feel confident with my performance and my strategy as well.
Love it.
Yeah. So you're like showing up huge in the ADCC the past year or so. You've won back-to-back trials. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you like tell us about some of that? Because I mean, ADCC, that's tough. And
I
like,
feel like it's like the Olympics of jiu-jitsu.
yeah,
For sure.
it's like intimidating as hell. So, I just like see your stuff like come up on my Instagram feed, and I'm like, I fucking know her.
I'm always like, again.
And I'm just like, dude. So I like just want to hear more about like the ADCC journey and stuff, and what it's like to be that title holder.
Look, honestly, I don't know how to explain this, but there's something about competing in Brazil that people will never understand. The energy is there is like way more intense than competing here. Like my adrenaline, my anxiety level, it's like way more higher when I compete in Brazil than here.
Nice.
I don't know, it's because it's hometown. I don't know, it's because of the language. I don't know, it's because I think it's because people there are more intense than here.
Yeah.
And it's just like the intensity is like crazy there, and I definitely felt that, and I couldn't believe it when I got double trials there. I just couldn't believe it.
It was so wild. And then that took you to qualifying for the main event.
Yes.
And then you got the opportunity. Have you fought Kendall Rusing before that?
No, I haven't, but we trained together a little bit before.
Okay, because I figured you guys are a similar weight class. So how did that fight go down? What were your takeaways from that match?
I'm proud of myself. I actually was able to add my game plan was to be in close guard and attacking from close guard for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But then at this level, like one little mistake that you do, like people capitalize really fast, and she capitalized my mistake and she got the summation on top of me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I was playing my game the whole time, and I was confident about that. So I'm excited to have another shot to competing against her one day.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, so do you like to use like the smaller tournaments and stuff as like a good kind of prep? Is like, do you use those smaller tournaments to like try different things that maybe that you're working on in preparation for the bigger tournaments that you do?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, especially, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important to do that.
Cool. And as far as like when you're training with like people on your level, like black belts versus training with lower belts, do you have like a different strategy or different goals of those kind of rounds, like when you're preparing for certain things?
Absolutely. Absolutely. When I roll with my students, for example, I'm not gonna use all the techniques that I do with the black belts because I know they don't know those techniques yet. So I try to level up my technique with the person that I'm training with. But if I'm training with a black belt with the experienced competitor, I'm gonna use everything that I can.
Right.
I'd say so.
So, like, what advice would you give, like, other upper belts when they're rolling with lower belts? What advice would you give them to make sure that there's mutual benefits to that round?
Don't smash the person like 1,000 times. Don't submit the person like 1,000 times. Like if you're purple belt and you're rolling against a white belt, make sure the white belt, I know, even if the white belt is pazzy as fuck, don't kill him all the time. Like try to teach him a little bit, try to use white belt techniques, but like don't make him feel as trash as they already feeling, you know what I'm saying? Make it fair.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to murder them, but you want them to want to come back and train.
Yeah. Deep down we want to, but
yeah.
Do you need a certain number of IBJJF points to compete, or are you just you've made it so they just let you compete? Like they know you're coming.
Yeah, so for gi wars and no gi wars, I think the requirement's like 75 points for gi and then 25 for no gi, something like that. But yeah, I got the points already, so I'm ready to go. I'd say so.
Perfect.
That's so awesome.
That's amazing. Yeah. So is there any other things that we're missing, Maria, that I'm going off script a little bit, that you wanted to talk about or that we should be asking you?
I don't think so. I think everything looks right.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, I do want to know like what your like if you have a favorite tournament or one specific win that really sticks out above everything else.
I think winning the second trials was something that was really remarkable for me.
Yeah.
The trials that qualifies was something that I will never forget.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was amazing to see. We were definitely cheering for you out here. So.
Oh my gosh, so much.
Thank you.
Well, let's shift gears for just a little bit. So outside of jiu-jitsu, what do you do to relax and unwind and chill out?
So, honestly, like me and Charlie, we just changed gyms. We had coaches right now, like Kami Jiu-Jitsu, and my schedule is crazy and better right now, and I have a lot of free time. I take to take care of myself and take care of Charlie. And I really like to read. I really like to watch movies and shows, and I like to draw too. And I couldn't do that. Yeah, I couldn't do that for years because of my routine before. But now that everything's better, I think I'm really excited to put those hobbies back in place.
How's everything going at your new gym?
It's perfect. It's literally a dream come true. We have so much freedom right now to train and to teach the way that we always wanted and go to tournaments that we always wanted with the kids and stuff like that. So it's so beneficial for all of us.
Yeah, that's so great.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, so that's awesome. I mean, like with your crazy schedule, you're actually finding time to do like some self-care and things for yourself, it sounds like. So that's great.
Do you and Charlie have any hobbies outside of jiu-jitsu that you do together, or do you guys kind of like do your own thing?
I think we just do our own thing. We spend a lot of time together at home, and I don't know. I never thought about that. I think we just compete together. That's our hobby, I'd say so.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I totally get that. We're kind of the same way. Like, we used to do different things besides jiu-jitsu, but then when I started training, it's like, well, we're at home together, and then we go to the mat together, and then we lift together. So,
yeah. You know.
It's very different for me. I had to take up golf, so I had a hobby to share with my husband.
That's random.
We decided that since like jiu-jitsu has really taken over my life, I was like, we need something to bond over together because he's just not into it. So
I like that.
So I golf now. And I'm not very good, but that's fine.
I feel sorry for you. Golf is fun, like once in a while.
Are there any like, obviously like you train a ton and you watch tape and you do everything on your off time. Do you watch any like instructionals? Are there any people online or anything that you follow?
Yeah, all the time. I have two days a week or 1 day a week that we just study some DVDs and stuff like that. But we've been going to Temple and a lot for Nogi, and pretty much all the DVDs that I've been watching, they like is the same thing that he shows. So it's really cool to see that too. And it's just mind blowing. But we do study a lot of DVDs.
Do you have any that you like recommend, like any favorites, or you feel like you've gotten a lot out of?
For sure, like for Nogi, I'd say like a lot of Gordon Ryan stuff and a lot of Danaher stuff for leg locks. Mm-hmm. Gordon I mean, he's really cocky, right? But like his DVDs are really good, and Danaher's really good too.
Okay, awesome.
I like them.
To do a little bit of like rapid fire questions, if you're down for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. So gi or no gi?
Fuck. Did I say both?
Yeah.
Both. Okay.
Both.
Favorite submission?
Triangle.
Takedowns or guard pulls?
Guard pulls all day.
I love that. What's your favorite hype up song?
Shit, like anything Drake.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you have a go-to karaoke song?
No.
What is your biggest pet peeve in jiu-jitsu?
Say it again, sorry.
What's your biggest pet peeve in jiu-jitsu?
What does that mean, though?
Like, what is the thing that, like, irritates you or, like, pisses you off?
Like
shit, like people, like, putting elbows in my face and trying to use the elbows to open my guard.
Okay.
Elbows in general.
And then what is your biggest pet peeve off of the mats? Like, what does Charlie do to piss you off?
Fuck. Don't do the dishes. Not doing the dishes.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
What is your go-to meal after a big competition?
Burgers. Anything burgers.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have unstoppable cardio or never get sore?
Never get sore.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yep.
The last question I always like to ask everybody is, if you had your best friend had to describe you in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Oh, fuck. I'd say caring, aggressive, and Jesus, that's hard.
That is a hard one.
And loving, I'd say so.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I love that. I love that.
Oh man. Oh, Maria, thank you so much for doing this. It's been amazing to talk to you.
Thank you, ladies.
We never catch up, but it's always good to say hi at the local tournaments and whatever.
Yes, I love seeing you at the local tournaments, like seeing you ref and like seeing you coach and everything is always super fun.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies. I appreciate the invite and appreciate all of that. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, it's an honor to know you and be in the community with you.
Maria, where
Thank
can
you.
people find you on socials or for your upcoming competitions?
My Instagram is Ruffatto Gilpin, like Ruffatto with 2 F's and 2 T's, and Gilpin, like Gilpin, BJJ. And that's it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Maria. Have a good Sunday.
Thank you, ladies. You too.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on Instagram at Chokeholds and Chill Pod, or shoot us a message at chokeholdsandchillpod@gmail.com.